YouTube, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Yo, best that ever fucking did it. A true winner, 6 p.m. And we back with some more NCAA basketball. We've been on a slow cooking heater. We have lost a couple games due to the fact that some of these teams changed since last year. Yes, you know what I mean? Filling them out still, but for the most part, motherfuckers is killing them. You know what I mean? Calling shit how we see it. Um, Today's slate on Monday is gonna be a nice one. So before we start, leave me a like, leave me a sub. If you ain't already subscribed, I'll be seeing a lot of y'all watch the video, supporting. I appreciate it. Let's hit that sub. Let's get to 100 subscribers. I'm gonna stay consistent as possible. Yes, I'm gonna take a couple day breaks or whatever, just for when the slate is weak as fuck. Probably ain't a little betting day for me. I'll take a break, but for the most part, I'm coming with videos all year. Stay on my ass. Join my action app. If you ain't joining my action app, you won't get my best bets that I'm locking in with the most money on it. My action app is the same as my YouTube channel. A true winner, 6 p.m. Exactly spelled as spelled on my YouTube. Follow me on action. Download the app so you can get my top bets. All right, let's lock in. Sip on your brew. Spark you up a J. Whatever you got to do. And let's cook up their wins and good parlays. Maine Black Bears on the road at Rutgers. Rutgers is laying 20, I believe. I think I seen a 20 out there on the board for Rutgers. And then don't forget to bear down, man. Bull down. How about them fucking Bears? We're going to cook up this NFL video for the next week, too. Stay tuned. We're cooking up UFC next weekend. We almost hit a big, huge fucking parlay on the fucking UFC. Woo! It's going to be some treat. It's going to be something treatful. But, like I said, Rutgers is leading in the division. Well, tied up. Everybody's damn near 1-0 or 2-0, but they're not leading for real. Y'all know what I mean. They still tied up for first with the one win, second place, third place. Rutgers is going to beat the dog shit out of Maine. The Black Bears is coming in this one. Losers of their last two against Stony Brook by 11 and 20 by George Washington. Yeah, there go the spread right there. You see how the spread just popped up? Rutgers is laying 20. I'm landing with Rutgers. Rutgers coming in this one, the first game on the board against Rider. They won by 28 against a Rider team who I think is kind of better than Maine. Maine is, yeah, I say Rider is better than Maine. Give me a Rutgers later 20. I like that play a lot. 4-star play for that one. Columbia at Connecticut. UConn's laying 32.5 for a good reason. Columbia did impress in their first game. We took them against what's his name? New Haven. New Haven was in that joint getting 8 points. Like Columbia is not way better than them. You know what I mean? Columbia can score. UConn is a motherfucker too, though. Y'all know how UConn get. When UConn put up these type of numbers, I'm talking about they get to doing this to UMass Lowell's 110-47. They played New Haven too, beat them by 20. I'm thinking we're going to see at least a 30-point thrall-up, man. Columbia's not in this ballpark to hang with a team like this, number 4 in the world. If you could bump it down to 27, I'd do that, but I'll lay the 33. Niagara, the fucking Eagles, Purple Eagles at home against Delaware State. The Hornets is catching 4.5 on the road. Let's look at what they did the past two games. Lost by 40 and they lost by 18 against Temple. 40-point thrall-up to Syracuse. Niagara is coming to this one. I think we backed Niagara in their last game, and they absolutely won for us against Binghamton. I don't know why they were the underdogs. Like Binghamton's just good or something. You know what I mean? So we cashed on Niagara before. I think we keep rolling. This is another Niagara spot against a Delaware State team. They lost to Duquesne on the road. They beat by Binghamton on the road. First home game against Delaware State, 4-point spread. Give me Niagara. I'll lay the spread. They win by 8 or plus 8 or more. They might win that game by 12, 13. Bump it up. That's a good ladder play. Niagara, ladder play. Indiana State. Let me know in the comments what y'all smoking too, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all smoking on. We smoking on some good old wedding cake, baby. Indiana State at SIU Edwardsville. 2-0 Edwardsville. Shout out SIU, man. Making me look happy right now, man. Bear the fuck down. State of Illinois. Don't fucking sleep on my Illini. Put in a futures bet. We might go to the natty. But our defense got to get better, though. For real, for real. We ain't there yet. I'm just talking shit. SIU Edwardsville Cougars. Coming in this one, they just beat UTSA on the road by 17. And they were 7-point underdogs. Beat the dog shit out of Eastern Washington. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Is that the real Eastern Washington? That's the real Eastern Washington. Oh, no, I was about to say East West University. I was about to say they got their sign, though. They stole Eastern Washington sign. I was about to say, I know I didn't see Eastern Washington lose like that. UTSA, though, lost by 17, almost 20 points on the road, at home. You know what I mean? Indiana State Sycamores coming in this one. They're not the same team who's had fucking, what's his name? Larry Nerd, Robbie Avila, and all of them dogs. They're not the same team. You know what I mean? They went on the road at Charlotte, getting 4 points again. And they lost by fucking what? God damn, 16. Y'all got 16 pieces by Charlotte. Their leading scorer was this boy, Ian Scott. He's a bucket getter, no cap, no doubt about it. Camp Wagner put in 3 threes. And then what's my boy name? Yeah, Derek Force, that nigga. He a good little big solid guy. He'll get you some buckets in the paint. They got a little four bucket getters. You know what I mean over there on Indiana State. They ain't no slouches, but I don't think they're ready for. They allowing 92 to Charlotte, and I like Charlotte's team. They got some transfers in that portal, boy. Charlotte's looking nice. I ain't even gonna hold you, but they allowed 92 to Charlotte. Like, I'm going with SIU all day. Give me SIU in a short spread. I like that money line. 4-star play. Eastern Michigan on the road at Pitt. Pitt's laying 18. EMU. Now this is a possessions game right here. Basketball is a game of runs and possessions. Now they played Georgia State, right? Limited possessions. You know what I mean? Georgia State had 49 points. Didn't get out of the 40s. Very low scoring game. Pittsburgh put up 70. I mean, not Pittsburgh. I'm tripping. You know what I'm talking about. Eastern Michigan. We took Eastern Michigan against fucking Georgia State because they have their number. We took them. But like I said, though, limited possessions in this game. They won the game by 22 points. As 4-point favorites. We take Eastern Michigan in those type of spots. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, when they plan, look at the difference. When they're playing in their past results against Longwood, another limited possession game. Under Youngstown State, another limited possession game. You see what the common theme is? You know what I mean? It's going to be an under. They smash the under in this spot. I hope they are overrating the performance from Eastern Michigan. And yeah, that totals at 147. That's way too many points. This might not get out of the 130s. We might have like 15, 16 points of cushion here. I got my analyst chalkboard. Got this game at over 137.5. So that's 10 points. Pretty much a cushion from what I got it projected at. I see this being a 82-50 57, 30-point throttle up. I would lean towards Pitt blowout. Maybe even if we see a Pitt, you know what I mean, put up like a little 76 to 48, 76 to 57, 132, 133 type of total finish. Let's go under the total. Best play in that game. And we're going with Pitt to cover that spread. But I'm not loving the spread for Pitt. I think the total is the best play in that game. 5-star play right there with the total under Pittsburgh, Eastern Michigan. Stetson, Hatters. You know how we ride. They overs. We took the over with Miami and Bethune-Cookman last time too. Stetson Hatters versus Miami, Florida. I think this was 2021. 72-82, 154, way over the total of 134. This was what, fucking 2021. But Stetson this year played Rhode Island and they allowed 93 points to a mediocre Rhode Island team. We took Rhode Island in their fucking last game and they lost by damn near 20 to Tulsa. Rhode Island's mediocre, so that Stetson 30-point blowout lost to Rhode Island is not aging well. I think Miami might blow them out by 40. This is a 31-point spread for a reason. I'm laying it big time, big time, big time. You see, I took the over with the Bethune-Cookman. That shit cashed so easily. 162 total. The total's at 155, so 7 points over. Easy money. I knew we was going to cash that because Bethune-Cookman is who surprised me against the fucking Auburn Tigers week 1. Outright almost beat them boys. So that's why we're fading Auburn every week. We can. Not every week, but you know what I mean. When we get big games in conference play, we're going against Auburn. We're going against Georgia Tech. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? It's just no questions asked. You just fade Georgia Tech, fade Auburn when it's a big game. They're going to beat up on the smaller teams. Georgia Tech is probably going to struggle doing that, but Auburn will beat up on the smaller teams. But I know Bethune-Cookman could hang in there with Miami, Florida. That's why I took the over. But they ended up blowing them boys the fuck out by 40, 40, 40. Like 101 to 61. Real 40 player. They did slack a little bit, but it was an in-state, you know. And even Bethune-Cookman's an in-state too, so I can't just say that, but Jacksonville, the Dolphins, they're a little bit more formidable than Bethune-Cookman. You know what I mean? So that's why they didn't really cover the 20-point. They won by, 17? I still love the smash spot here for Miami. Give me Miami big time. That's a 5-star play. Western Kentucky at Eastern Kentucky, the Battle of the Kentuckies. And this is the first road game for Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky played Tennessee Tech, laying 14, won by 12. Tennessee Tech at home. Going on the road against EKU. EKU's usually got some splash plays. They always a 3-point shooting team. I know this is a fucking Division II school, but let me just see how many threes that Eastern Kentucky put up. What I tell you, man, they shot 41 threes and they made 17 of them. Like, EKU could blow that motherfucking three, man. That's one thing they could do is shoot that ball. Every year they got a 3-point, like just all 4 or 5 of their starters could damn near shoot every year. I like the way they coaches this team. The atmosphere at home for EKU is always very, very good. They really show up. Give me EKU. Everybody's going to be probably scared of this one. It's the lines at a pick 'em. I see past that. EKU is the better team here. I like Western Kentucky in certain spots too, but EKU's going to smash them boys. And let's look a little bit head-to-head in that one. If we want to look a little bit deeper into the head-to-head. Where them boys at? There we go. Head-to-head. The last 5 meetings, Western Kentucky smashed these boys. The last two home games at Eastern Kentucky, 2022, 66-60 final, EKU. And the game before that, 2019, 79-71 final at EKU. So all 5 games, it could be more, but the last 5 games at least all have went in Western Kentucky's favor. That's why everybody's going to be on Western Kentucky. One of the games I'm not going to be having on every ticket, of course, but if I had like a little risky parlay, I would throw EKU on there. I think EKU shows them what's going on this year. EKU is going to pull up on them boys at home. I'm riding EKU in this one, but if you're following trends, if you want to follow the trend, you know what I mean? Western Kentucky is the play. So that one's a little controversial, but I'm going to ride on EKU at home. Next up, we got Fairfield, Hall of the Seton. Let's see if they ever played before. Nope, never had a head-to-head matchup. Fairfield did fare well against Penn State a little bit. You know, I knew we was going to get a cover with Penn State because Penn State's boo-boo. You know what I mean? And I knew they was going to end up beating NJIT's ass. We took NJIT, though, last game outright, and they actually did hold the league the whole game and win that game outright. I think who the fuck they NJIT play? Was it Binghamton? It was somebody weak as fuck, and they had them. Let me see. Yeah, Fordham. They had them boys 14-point underdogs. I was like, hell no. I took them boys on the money line, and they actually did it outright. 14-point. Yeah, but you know NJIT is ass. They just have Fordham's number. They've never lost to Fordham in history, so I follow that trend. So that's why I could say if you want to follow trends, Western Kentucky might get that one. So that's not a good game to just play around in because EKU could light that 3 up. That's a tough one. Let me know in the comments who you got, Eastern Kentucky or Western Kentucky. Fairfield at Seton Hall. Seton Hall's laying 13 at home. Totals over. Under is at 140. And I'm liking the under in this one. I ain't going to even lie to y'all. The books are telling us it's an under. Whenever they sit that joint on 140 on the nose, Seton Hall, Fairfield, 2 under type teams. Neither one of these offenses are electric. Give me the under. Strongest play in that one. If I had to pick a side, I would lean towards Fairfield in this one. Seton Hall struggled with Wagner, beat them by 6 or 5 points, 7 or 8 points. It's not looking good for Seton Hall. Every year they do this mediocre non-conference bullshit. As soon as they start conference play, they're gonna average out. Seton Hall is terrible. Don't let them fool you in a non-con. I'll take Fairfield plus the points. Charleston Southern at the Citadel. Citadel's getting 4.5 at home. They're ass. They need to be never a favorite in any game, but so is Charleston Southern. This is 2 doormats playing each other. We know we took them against, we took Virginia Tech against them the first game of the year. Charleston Southern's coming off a Division II win. They did put up 106 in their Division II game. Citadel's played Boston College, and they lost by 30, pretty much 29 points. They put up 105 in their first game. I'm not picking this game. I'm staying away. Let's see if this game has any history. 2 doormats like this probably have played before. Yeah, they played before. And the Citadel has won both matchups in 2022 and 2023. 2023's meeting was an 81-52 thrall-up at Citadel, laying 6.5. And then the game before that, 2022, at Charleston Southern's house, Citadel was 3-point underdogs, won 76-73. Both games went over the total of 135 or less. And we got the total today at 144. I'm liking Citadel in this one to get the home win. +4. It's really like a -2, +2. It's really a coin flip still. Anything under a 7-point spread is a coin flip. You got to look at it like such. or if you know, you know. You know what I mean? Give me the Citadel at home in that one. I like the underdog home spot in that one. Never's been beaten by Charleston Southern. Citadel could get streaky too, just like Presbyterian, soft ass. Presbyterian so mid, but they ass find ways to eke out wins and good defensive game sometimes. That's what they did last game against us when we faded them. Georgia State, we did fade you guys. I think both games of the year. You guys played Cincinnati, and then I took Cincinnati in this one. Y'all covered the spread. They won by 10. Way, way better defensive showing than what they proved on Eastern Michigan. Give me the damn Presbyterian Blue Hose in this one, though. I'm going with the underdog. They showed me something on the ETSU game. I like the adversity. And they're not better than Navy, so Navy blew them out at home. They beat ETSU at home. Now they go on the road against Georgia State. I don't love this spot for Presbyterian, but if I had to pick a side, I'm going Presbyterian plus the points. UNC Wilmington at Kent State. Kent State serious. Kent State serious. Kent State serious. Them boys lost an overtime game to start the year. 97-103 at home against Troy. Then they beat up on Cornell 110-108. Not beat up, but and you see Cornell is not that good, losing to Illinois State. UNC Wilmington's coming in this one. What have they done so far in the year? Played a Division II school, Division III, won by 30. We don't know what UNC Wilmington team is going to come play. But I know what I can tell you. It's going to be a lot of fucking points. Give me the over. I love Kent State overs. They allowed 100 points to Cornell. Like, come on. Let's go over the total. UNC Wilmington's getting in the 80. I like UNC Wilmington's team total over. And I like the full game over. If I had to pick a side, I'm leaning UNC Wilmington plus the points. South Carolina State scrub at NCAAT, another scrub. North Carolina A&T, both scrub teams. I know this one got some history behind it. This is more of a higher scoring matchup. Just right off the first glance of this matchup, HBCU schools together never really have defense. But look at this. Ironically speaking, all of the last 5 meetings between these two schools have all gone under the total. Not under this total. I think they're 4-1. Yep, they're 4-1 under 158. They had one game in 2021 where it was 97-86. Let's see if that was overtime game. No, regular over. 97-86. That was the only over they had in the last 5 meetings. Last meeting coming in 2021 was 73-66. North Carolina A&T has won all of the last 5 meetings. I would go with the home team in this one as well. I like North Carolina A&T a little bit better on offense. South Carolina State's struggles to get the ball in the basket, and it's just no real play for me here. But I really like the under. I think we got a lot of cushion on the under. We getting this game on the my chalkboard at 143.5. So that's almost 15. Yeah, almost 15 points of cushion. This is a 5-star play. Take the under, smash spot under. This one in that Pittsburgh game, under. I'm going to cook up an under slip for the chat. Make sure you join my Action app. Download the Action app. Follow me at a True Winner 6 p.m. Get my best bets for tomorrow and today. Every day. Follow me. Even if I don't post on YouTube, I'm posting on Action. Follow me. Get my best plays. Let's make money together. Lindenwood at St. Louis. St. Louis looking good so far, man. I usually be going against them boys, but they've been proving me otherwise, man. And we seen Southeastern Missouri have a good game against Missouri. You feel me? So that damn, yeah, they lost by 5 against Mizzou. So that damn win against them boys is aging well. They could blow out teams, man. They laying 24 against Lindenwood. Lindenwood's coming in this one. Lost by damn near 40 against Texas Tech. Beat up on a Division II school. Now they go on the road to St. Louis. I like St. Louis in this spot. Give me St. Louis Billikens to continue looking impressive, man. Them boys could actually play. Give me St. Louis in this spot. Later 24. 4-star play. Lamar at Texas Christian. TCU. Outright losers to New Orleans. Y'all suck for that. I'm not laying no heavy spreads with these boys. They lost outright to New Orleans. But they beat up on St. Francis, Pennsylvania by 41. Cool. Against a Lamar team who's got a little bit more defense, a little bit more bottleneck. You know what I mean? They're a little bit more mucky. They muck up games. Give me Lamar to cover the spread, man. I'm not following that TCU game. St. Francis sucks. Give me Mississippi State to lose the game against Iowa State tomorrow. Neutral site. I like Iowa State in this one, man. They got a lot of returning production. I think they're like top 20 in the world with like returning production. Give me Iowa State in this one. I'll lay the short spread, but I like the money line a little more against this Mississippi State team. Mississippi State's all right too. It's gonna be a good game. Give me the under. Give me Mississippi State to lose the game outright. Money line, Iowa State, 4-star play. Little Rock, Arkansas at Milwaukee. Milwaukee Panthers laying 3. Totals at 159. Wofford beat these boys at home, and then they went on at home against Hampton, the Hampton Pirates, and won by 4. Allowed 86 points. And you know Little Rock can score that ball, man. Little Rock is an over machine. Give me the over in this one. That's the strongest play. I think both teams scores in the 80s, maybe 90s are going to be seen here. Give me the over. That's the strongest play in that one. 4-star play for that over. But if I had to pick a if I had to pick a side, money line, I don't like taking Little Rock on the road, man. I got to go with Milwaukee at home, and I don't love it. I do not love it. But I have to lean Milwaukee at home. I can't take Little Rock on the road. I like Little Rock at home, though. New Orleans getting 19.5 at LSU, in-state rivalry, after they already beat a TCU team. TCU is under their belt. They have an outright win against TCU. But LSU really over-exceeded my expectations in that first game. Yes, I took them to cover the spread. Everybody was on Tarleton State. I don't know why the odds makers, because we know what LSU was like, though. We know what LSU was like. I did take Tarleton, too. At first, I was on Tarleton. Because we going off the last couple years of how LSU played in basketball. Terrible. They're absolutely decent this year. They got some bucket getters. If you see the scoreboard, let's look how many people had 10 points or more. 19 for McKinnon, 16 for Thomas, 13 for Sutton, 11 for Nwoku, 10 for Miller. Reed had 11. 2 people with 5. Like they got some bucket getters, man. They made 8 threes, 22 free throws, getting to the line. Turnovers, 6 plus 3 plus another 3. About 15 turnovers. They had 15, 16 turnovers. Playing sloppy, but they still got a thrallop win, 36-point win. So imagine if they didn't have 15, 16 turnovers. They could have won by 40-something. New Orleans coming in this one 2-0 off of a Division II win after beating TCU. They feeling good. I think we get a backdoor cover, man. I got to see it one more time from LSU, man. In an in-state rivalry, New Orleans got TCU under their belt. Everybody's going to be smashing LSU. I love it. I do think LSU is improved, but I need to see it 2 times. Let me see you do this shit 2 times. 2 times. Let me see you do this shit 2 times. 2 times. Let me see you do this shit 2 times. Hey, 2 times. Let me see you do this shit 2 times. 2 times. Let me see you do this shit 2 times. 2 times. Let me see you do this shit 2 times. 2 times. Let me see you do this shit 2 times. Let me see you do this shit 2 times. LSU 2 times. Let's take University of New Orleans to cover the spread. They did it. A good job. Formidable team. When they really line flip a game like that TCU game, everybody thought New Orleans was going to get blew out by 20 because we going off previous years of New Orleans too. Just like how we was going off previous LSU games. We was thinking about the same weak-ass New Orleans team. Let's see the man head-to-head history in this matchup, as this is an in-state rivalry, and I know they've played before. I know LSU might be dominant historically, you know what I mean, against New Orleans, a little brother state. And absolutely, they played 3 times, including last year. LSU won by 16. And last year, UNO were worse than this year. UNO got some transfers today. This year, they got some ballers. Last year, they was worse, and they still covered. LSU was laying 27 last year, won by 16. I think we get a backdoor cover again this year. The year before that, though, it was a 30-point win. The year before that, 40-point win, 36-point win. So I definitely get it. I get it. 90 to 60. Pretty much 90 to 60 every game. They averaging about easily 150s. This going to be in the 150s. If you could drop this total down to 154, 153, that's a great play. But I like the New Orleans private tiers. Ain't they the private tiers? Yeah, to cover that 19. Next up, we got Cleveland State. They mid as fuck at Northwestern, and Northwestern's laying a dub because Loyola, Illinois was laying a dub as well against these boys, and they didn't win by that dub. That's why we're fading Loyola, Illinois, like we did against we just faded them with North Texas, and you see they lost outright. North Texas got the win for us. They lost outright to Mercyhurst. You know what I mean? That was Loyola. So I don't know why North Texas was the underdog in that one. You know what I mean? Like, y'all not beating Mercyhurst. Y'all definitely not beating North Texas. That was the best play on the board. We had that on the Action app. That's why you got to follow me on Action. Let's keep on following this trend, though, man. You see this boys just struggle with these Division II boys. Capital Comets. They damn near lost outright. The Cleveland State Vikings are not good at all. At all. I would have to lean Northwestern against this spread. Northwestern's been playing good. Beating the Boston University, laying 17. They beat them boys down by 76 to 52, 24-point win. And then they went up and throttled Mercyhurst by 23. They're going to easily cover this spread. Give me Northwestern. 5-star play. I'll lay the spread easily. No sweat. Give me Northwestern. It's going to be another 24, 26-point win. Santa Clara at Xavier. We're going Santa Clara in this one. Xavier's eked out 2 wins for us, money line, but they're damn near on our do not bet list. They made the list. This is another team. They almost lost to Lemoyne. You know what I mean? Outright. They almost lost to Marist, Red Foxes. Outright. You know what I mean? Laying big spreads. The last 2 games, damn near, they almost lost. You know what I mean? Like, it came down to the last seconds and they had to do a miracle comeback. Give me Santa Clara in this one. All the weights on Xavier at home to not let their home crowd down. The weight on their shoulders after 2 scares. I'm not finna just hope and pray that they change it up. Like, I'm not finna, nah. Maybe down the line throughout the year, yeah, they're gonna get better as the year goes on. But early right now, Santa Clara team who just trolloped McNeese. McNeese is a good team, man. Give me Santa Clara. That's a fucking 5-star play. I don't know why this is an underdog. You know what I mean? Santa Clara is a much better team right now. And I think they're the better team overall this year, man. Santa Clara is going to upset some people, and they're including Xavier. Give me Santa Clara in an upset. That's 5-star play underdog right there. We love it. Sela, Southeast Louisiana at Georgia Tech. Two teams I'm looking to fade. I'm fading the shit out of Southeast Louisiana. They ass is terrible. We took La Tech against them. La Tech. Let's see what yeah, Georgia Tech beat up on Bryant as they should. Bryant's one of the worst teams in the country, but Georgia Tech did almost lose to UMass, Eastern Maryland. That's why I'm saying, like, we cannot trust Georgia Tech at all. I don't give a fuck. I mean, yeah, not Tech. They lost UL Lafayette Raging Cajuns by 6. They stayed around in that game, though. They brought it back a little bit more. It was really ugly, but they brought it back, dressed up the scoreboard. Very low-scoring team, though, as usual. They play Ole Miss, got 30-point thrall-up. We had Ole Miss the first game of the week, of the year, I mean. And then I'm not touching this game at all. I like the under. I think both teams suck. No real bucket getters on either side. Give me the under. Strongest play in that one. I'm not touching either side. If I had to touch a spread, I would take Sela on the spread. I'm not laying 16 with Georgia Tech. I get it. They just did it to fucking maybe it's an over exaggeration for the game one performance. Yes, but I gotta see they ass blow some people out for like 5-6 games in a row for me to trust them. They're on my do not bet list. Give me a Sela, Southeast Louisiana, plus the points. Holy Cross at Utah. Everybody's on Utah in this one. Holy Cross is a alright team. Their ass is alright. You know what I mean? They hang in there with Providence. Surprisingly covered a 24-point spread, but they got absolutely shredded by 45 against BYU. Now they go to another Utah team in Utah. The Utes just came off an overtime thriller with Weber State and beat San Jose State by about 5 or 7 points. Holy Cross getting 21. This is what we have to ask ourselves. Do we trust Utah covering a 21-point spread against a team who kind of hung in there with Providence, a Big East school? Providence mid, but they're pretty good too. They're not just terrible or nothing. Like, Providence is a pretty good team. So that is a notable cover for Holy Cross, but we know Utah isn't as good as BYU for that 45-point thrall-up. But Utah hasn't really blow anybody out this year like that, man. They beat San Jose State, and they ain't really look too sharp in that one. You know what I mean? I know San Jose State ain't terrible, but they're like San Jose State. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I don't know about this one. This one's getting a little bit of an eerie feeling. If I had to lean aside, I would lean Utah. I'm not taking Holy Cross to hope and cross my fingers that they cover. This can get ugly very fast. Give me Utah at home. I'm laying the spread, but I'm not loving it. 4-star play. Maybe 3-star play, actually. That's not a 4-star. That's a 3-star. But give me Utah, though. I'll trust them more than I would trust Holy Cross. NIU, Georgia. I'm talking about Georgia. NIU, Grand Canyon University at home. And NIU's super mediocre. You know my Illinois teams. I know these boys like the back of my hand. We faded them against Wisconsin. They lost by exactly 25. Covered the spread by a little bit. And then they beat ULM by 20. It exactly points. ULM's one of the worst in the country though. Duran Can just lose to fucking Youngstown State in a shocker. Nobody seen that coming. They beat IPFW, Indiana Purdue Fort Wayne by 20, first game of the year, and absolutely shit the bed against Youngstown State. Now they're playing NIU, and NIU in this game against Wisconsin. Let's look at the damn stats. They scored 72 points. They got in the 70s. That's pretty good against a Wisconsin team. You can't argue with that. You can, if they're getting out of the 50s and 60s, that's pretty good. 72, it's average, pretty good. They made 7 threes, shot 21. Turnovers, about 15, 14. Yeah, 14 turnovers. Rebounds, 23. Not really good on the rebounding, but it is Wisconsin. I think we see GCU pull away here. Give me GCU, I'll lay the spread, but I'm not in love with it. NIU might get the backdoor cover. This is a stay away type of game. I don't even like the over in this one either. Give me the under. And I'm taking the you know what? I'm gonna take my boys NIU to cover that spread. I think NIU could cover that spread. If I don't feel good about laying it with GCU, I'm just taking NIU on the spread, man. They already covered it against the spread. On the road, they're 1-0 so far. I think they make it 2-0 against the spread. They lose by 14 or 13, maybe. Maybe they got a shot to win outright. St. Thomas, Minnesota at Washington State. Bingo. Another underdog fucking play. St. Thomas, Minnesota at Washington State. Let me say it again. St. Thomas, Minnesota's at Washington State. Washington State's 0-2. If we're living under a rock and you don't know, Idaho Vandals, the Potato State. They have nothing going on out there in Idaho. Not a basketball world. They came out there and beat them boys outright at their own house. And we knew not to bet on them again after we seen that. We faded them with Davidson. Davidson absolutely shitted on them by 16 points. I'm taking St. Thomas in this one. St. Thomas did play a tough matchup, St. Mary's, the first game of the year, which makes them a little bit more battle-tested against a good school. Then they absolutely let me down a little bit in that Army game, but they absolutely still won the game outright by 7. Comfortable. Army kind of came on late, got a couple dressed up, nice scoreboard, but St. Thomas is the better team here. Let's go against Washington State. That's another team on the do not bet list. Coming up on the final evening slate, Cal State Fullerton's ass getting 23 against Cal. And I'm taking the Cal Bears in this one. The Golden Bears won by 10, laying 15 against Wright State. And Cal State Bakersfield, when they play these California teams, 27-point win. Bakersfield's better than Fullerton to me. Fullerton's mediocre as hell. They just came out there and kind of hung in there with Wyoming. Everybody's all hype about that. I think this is a rough sandwich spot. After overperforming in that Wyoming game, it's going to be a letdown spot for Fullerton. Cal's going to run them boys up and down the floor. Wyoming's not really that impressive. That's why they hung in there with them. Wyoming is not Cal. Cal is not Wyoming. Cal can blow these boys out by 30. Give me an 86 to 58 type of game. 28-point win for Cal. 26-point win. I think the number's right where it should be because I think they win by 26, 27. Get it before it's bought up. West Georgia on the road at UCLA, and this is just a bad, rough matchup. UCLA is number 12 in the world after bouncing back. No, I'm just kidding. We already know they wasn't covering no 30-point spread against Pepperdine, however you want to call it. And Eastern Washington, we had UCLA in that Eastern Washington game. They let us down. That's how we knew to fade them in that next game. Pepperdine covered for us. UCLA didn't even win by 15 plus. Like they're not covering big spreads. And West Georgia is that bad though, where I still have to take UCLA. They're just that bad. You know what I mean? West Georgia lost to Nebraska by 33. Let's go ahead and just ride UCLA to get a bounce back win. I don't love it. I'm not betting it. I don't think their 33.5 point should be laying out against anybody. But if it's West Georgia, yeah, I got to go with UCLA to get a feel-good win. Finally let the shingles off. All them two clunkers, I think they get a feel-good cover. I'm not betting it, but I would bet it if I had to pick a side. Give me West Georgia to lose that game by more than 33. Now we're going to cook up the parlays for the video before we get up out of here. Let's cook up two little underdogs I like a lot. St. Thomas, Minnesota on the parlay with Santa Clara. Both two money line, or we could do a ladder play. Ramp it up. We could take them both. Bump up the spread a little bit. Bump it up. Bump up the spread to about 6.5, 7 points for each team. Santa Clara +7 and St. Thomas +7. I think that cashes. And then we're going to, catch them at the regular spread, +4, and then take a money line for a ladder play. Next up, we're going to take some big dogs to cover some spreads here. I like Northwestern a lot. Give me Northwestern, and I want to lay the hammer down. Give me the, what's them boys' name? Give me the, I need to start that song going with that. Let me stop. Give me my boys UConn in that one. I like UConn to blow them boys out. They always shit on the Columbia type teams. You know what I mean? Ivy League teams, boy, they have field days with those type of guys because they're always up in that northeastern part of the world, East Coast. So they always see each other. Last time they played these boys in 2017, though, it was 77-73. But UConn was laying 11.5 that year, so they might have been bad in 2017. Or not as good as this number 4 ranked team in the world. It was laying 33. Different team for UConn this year. I'm laying it with UConn. They're really serious. They could win this game by 40 easily. And I think another smash spot. Y'all thinking what I'm thinking. I know y'all thinking what I'm thinking. Give me St. Louis to blow them boys out. So that's a 3-leg smash spot. St. Louis, Northwestern, and UConn to all lay the spread. Now we're going to cook up a little risky one real quick before we get up out of here. Give me the under on the Pittsburgh game. Give me the Citadel money line. North Carolina A&T money line and the under. Iowa State money line. And to cap that parlay off, we're going to cook that up with a motherfucking slam time hammer down with Cal Golden Bears against the spread. Take those 3 parlays to the bank. Let's make money. It's your boy Ayoy. Subscribe. Follow me on Action to get my best plays, best parlays. It will be posted. See y'all tomorrow.